Now, I've been thinking about Boruto and what is going to happen with him. Obviously, we know he's a combination of three characters, from his design to his character motivation, and obviously, he's the son of Naruto. So for me, there are three people who I see that have modeled, that Boruto has been modeled after. Obviously, Naruto is his son, Sasuke is his sensei, and Kakashi in terms of his look and design. It's really just the scar, but he also looks like, because Kakashi is also someone that similarly lost things, and the story is seemingly setting up that he's going to lose things, it's possible that he could follow that Kakashi storyline. So what we may see is less and less of the influence of Naruto. It'll always be there because it's his son, but maybe more of in terms of Sasuke and Kakashi. Now, we've all been thinking, or not we've all, a number of people have been thinking that Ada may fall in love with Boruto, become like a Boa Hancock character. And actually, if you go on my Twitter, I've sent, if she's actually a Boa Hancock type character, because she's kind of broken, and the only reason Boa Hancock is kind of nerfed is because she's on Luffy's side, kind of thing. So, and you know what's funny? I sent a message to Kodashi maybe like a long time ago. When I say a long time, like this is a long time ago. I've sent him a message maybe 2 times actually on Twitter, talking about I wish Kaguya was like a Boa Hancock type of character. Maybe she can come back, be like, I don't know, a mother figure. Because I was also thinking of something that can, change her character arc and things like that. So maybe she'll see Boruto as her son. Basically, I just wanted to inject something different I was not expecting, but because I also like Boa Hancock from the OG series, or from One Piece rather. But we'll see if Ada. But that's off topic. The point is, everyone is thinking Ada may fall in love, and obviously that's a character goal, to get ordinary love. But no one is talking about what if Code switches allegiances. And you may be asking, like, what? Why? It's very simple. Unlikely, probably, but the answer is very simple. Code bears admiration, worship to Otsutsuki in general. So he respects Jigen because he becomes an Otsutsuki, but he worships Ishiki. Now, the question is, why does he worship Ishiki? Is it just the mere fact that he's a god? So my thing is, what if Code becomes like a Jugo? Ishiki is gone, but Boruto is here to carry on the mantle for Ishiki. Because Boruto is he's inherited the genes naturally of the Otsutsuki clan, but he also has an Otsutsuki inside him. We don't know how that's going to play out in the future, but what if that's what happens? And then that's how, because my thinking is, Boruto will probably have his own crew of people he goes around with, because this is all based on the assumption that he's going to leave the village, because for some reason he's out of the loop when the village is destroyed about the Kawaki thing. He seems out of the loop, so I'm assuming he's out of the village. And for him to be out of the village, it means something has happened, because if we all know, Boruto can't go on missions, so why would he leave the village in the first place? So he must have been forced to leave, ran away, something happened, he left, he came back, he's kind of in the dark of what's really happening in the village, or at least that's what it seems, because he just seems like he came from a fight, and stuff is happening. It's like, I didn't think you'd go this far. He just seems kind of out of the loop, like he has an idea but he's out of the loop. So maybe he was on there, so I'm thinking maybe he's going to have his team TAKA. Maybe his team TAKA, you'd be surprised, Code is going to join. Like, that would be a good plot twist, because Code can start to worship whatever, and that's what might actually get Code's backstory on why he worships Ishiki in the first place. Code could just be a Jugo type character. Ada could be Karen. I don't know. When I think about it, it could actually be like that. Ada could be Karen. That's Boruto. That's now Boruto's team TAKA or HEBI, whatever you want to call it. And maybe their mission, because ultimately, the reason I'm saying this, because I also am of the belief that there's going to be some kind of Otsutsuki war. And I don't think we can spend too long on this cyborg stuff. Like, we'll spend a while on it. We may never get that Otsutsuki war, but given the timeline that Kikemoto wants to do the whole story, and the format of release, which is monthly, I just don't feel like we can afford to be spending so long on this cyborg saga. I feel like we're going to have to move on and go into the Otsutsuki war, or invasion, or something that's happening. Maybe Amado is even related to the invasion plan. I don't know if there's such an invasion plan. So, and for the invasion plan to happen, it's not just going to be war. There's going to have to build up to the war. We have to meet the Otsutsuki characters. And when you think about how much build up has to be for such a war, if we are assuming there's going to be a war, that's a big undertaking, and we want to end the series not so long. So I feel like this cyborg saga may not end the way it's happening. It may just end, that will be like a Hunter x Hunter twist kind of thing. Because one of the things I like about Hunter x Hunter is there is anticlimactic plot twists that make very good sense and just twist the story on his head, and you're just like, yeah. I mean, like the best example I can think of is the end of York New City arc when Kurapika just takes away Krollo's Nen. He's just like, well, no fighting, no payoff. Pakinoda is dead. We move on to Greed Island. If we can get, we obviously know Kishimoto, is inspired and respects Togashi Sensei. So maybe he could be trying to do something with this Cyborg saga in this. Because for me, if that happens, that's a crazy plot twist, bro. Like nobody's seen that coming. I mean, but if it happens, then I've said it, then I guess I did see that coming. But yeah, I mean, anyway, tell me what you guys think. Boruto, Team Taka, he joins up with Ada and the crew. Ada is Karin, Code is Jugo, who is the Suigetsu. I don't know, we'll see. Because obviously, we should also know, just to before I end, that there's going to be more cyborg members who are probably going to go with Code to attack the village. We'll probably meet, maybe or not, I don't know. We'll meet most of them post timeskip probably, because it's probably going to be a surprise on how we meet them, just like how we only met Itachi and Kisame and Zetsu in part 1, then we met the whole Akatsuki in part 2. So in part 2 of Boruto, we'll probably meet the rest of the new Kara, members. And you know how the Akatsuki ended up. There was, led to the Otsuki at the end of the day. So we might as well just not spend so long on the Kara members and just get to the Otsuki that people want to see. But I don't know. We will see what happens. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Safe.